Mind focus. Hey guys, how's it going? So right now I'm out in the Agafay Desert in Morocco. We're filming a 48-hour film travel documentary which should actually be out on the YouTube channel in about a week's time. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about travel films and how we make travel films, what our process is, how it is that we raise the funds, and try and give you guys an insight into our process, so to speak. But first off, one of the questions we get asked a lot is, you've got 19,000 subs on YouTube. How is it that you afford to go on all these travel trips? And actually the answer is that we're not just a YouTube channel. We're a film company as well, and we sell a huge kind of array of assets to companies when we do these travel films. So to kind of elaborate on that, you don't need to be some huge YouTube channel to do some interesting travel stuff and work with brands. What you need to look at is where the value lies in terms of what you can offer a brand before you work with them. So we'll look at a brand with some kind of adventure or kind of travel aspect to them, and we'll look at their imagery, we'll look at their branding, and we won't just offer them a video that goes on our channel with, you know, some of their product featured. We'll offer them a load of photography with their brand, we'll offer them their own edit for their social media, we'll post pictures of their brand on our social media, we'll link up between them, we'll look at everything that we possibly can and put together a package that offers the most possible value for money to try and entice these brands to work with us. From this point, you have to kind of decide what kind of travel video it is you're going to make, because going to a place like Morocco, for instance, there are so many different things to do. Or when we went to India, there's so many different things you can do, and you need to decide what's going to make it interesting. So when you go on the internet and you look at stuff about Morocco, or you look at stuff about other countries, we are constantly bombarded by the imagery. If you think about Las Vegas as a place, you may never have been to Las Vegas, but you know exactly what it looks like. And if you have been, you'll know that when you arrive, you're looking around and you're like, I know that sign, I know that Eiffel Tower, whatever. We're bombarded by so much imagery, it's quite difficult to offer something new that people haven't actually seen before. So what you want to try and do is open up another dimension to it. Is it a challenge element? Is it a stylistic element in terms of cinematography? Is it the people themselves and exploring the culture? So for instance, when we went to India, we were hitchhiking from Delhi to Trivandrum, and we kind of engulfed ourselves as much as we could in the local culture, as well as having that challenge element. When we went to the US, we actually travelled on longboards from LA to New York. That could have easily been a road trip. We could have easily spent 2.5 months driving and getting out and look at how beautiful this is. But actually we brought a personal element to the story. And this is something you guys really need to think about. Then you need to think about what kind of equipment you're going to take with you. Now, I'm a great believer that you don't need any crazy cameras to make films. In fact, on like the iPhones, you can shoot pretty awesome 4K video. And sometimes when we're out here, we'll film some of the stuff on iPhones and GoPros and such. But the key is that you may want to be traveling light. You may want special cameras for low light. You may want stuff that, like GoPros, that you can film underwater. You again just need to be really planning ahead and looking at where it is you've decided to go, what it is you want to cover and what's going to make it interesting, and then how you're going to document that. How much time you're going to need to document that. What logistically are you going to have to do to achieve that? So once you've decided all of this, you're not going to be able to jump in straight away and work with a brand. Before you work with anyone professionally, you need to have it kind of nailed down as to what it is you want to make and be able to show what it is you want to make for people. So for us, when we were doing the Longboarding LA to NY documentary, we found that people were very reluctant to give us the funding. It was incredibly difficult to raise a sponsorship, and even when we did a Kickstarter, we fell short. So what we decided to do is we longboarded from the top of Wales to the bottom, and we made a film about it. That's up on the YouTube channel now. And we then took that template, that style, those style choices, the story around it. We took that video, put it online, and it got a fair number of views. And we took that to companies and we said, look, this is what we want to make, but on a bigger scale. And if you want to be making travel stuff or any kind of film stuff or anything even in the creative world, if you want people to buy into you, particularly commercially, it makes it a lot easier if you have a kind of different or smaller or whatever version to show people and to let them trust you that this is what you want to make. There are a lot of people out there in the filmmaking world. There are a lot of people out there in this kind of area. And to really differentiate yourself, it's not enough to just say, I want to make this, please give me some money. It's just not enough anymore. There are so many people that want to go into this film and are constantly trying to raise money to make films. And if you haven't made anything before, or anything similar before, even vaguely, you're going to find it very, very difficult unless you have a huge audience. So thanks very much for watching. I hope I kind of may have said something at least vaguely of interest or of some help. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the description below. We make a new video every week, and generally every week we try and respond to all the comments within the first few days. And we're going to be back, as I said, in a week's time with a travel film we made here in Morocco while we were here for about 47, 48 hours. I hope you enjoyed the video. New videos every week. I'm gonna go and get back in that truck that we've walked away from this whole time we've been filming. And to give you a little teaser for the video next week, literally about 2 hours ago I flipped over a buggy in the desert and hurt myself. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in a week. Cool.